Good morning, God Life family. Great to be together again today. My name is Jesse. I'm a pastor here in America, getting ready for church. Hope you're getting ready for church and praising God all week long, not just one day, 1 hour, one place, but where we live, work, learn, or play, abide with Jesus. So let's grow in our faith together today, and let's consider how Jesus multiplies the food. This comes from Mark chapter 6. I think you'll be encouraged from the scripture today. And also, please, in the comments section, let us know what country you're watching from. If you have prayer requests, type those in. If you're watching today and you want to follow Jesus for the first time, just type in the words, I want to follow Jesus. And our team will help you grow in your faith. Now, let's think about Mark chapter 6. And the context is that the people were spiritually hungry. They were listening to Jesus all day. In fact, they were running ahead. It's good to walk with Jesus. Sometimes you just want to run to Jesus. That's what they were doing. They had a spiritual hunger. And at the end of the day, in a remote place, they also had a physical hunger. Now, the disciples saw the problem. And life is about solving problems. Jesus was solving problems. And sometimes we need to stop and make sure that our solution matches God's solution. Now, the disciples came up with an idea, and it was well-intentioned. Sometimes our ideas are logical, and we have good intentions, but they're not coming from God. And they thought, Jesus, if you told the people to go, and then they went and got food from the remote villages, and then came back, and you know what? That plan is just not what Jesus was going to do. And then Jesus turned to them and emphatically said, you. In other words, you participate, you collaborate, you get involved, and it's going to happen right here and right now. And Jesus multiplies the bread. Now, many pieces of significance here. Yes, he provides in terms of the food for the people, spiritually and the physical food. But he's also helping the disciples realize it's not about them and their ability, but it's about Jesus, his guidance, and our availability to Jesus. Our availability is more significant than our ability. And they're realizing that Jesus can multiply. And, Jesus was always in charge, helping them grow in their faith. That's what he's doing here. When Peter thought there's no fish to catch, Jesus said, let down the nets right now. And he did that. Peter said, because you say so. And then there was an overwhelming abundance of fish. And the point here is that we can trust God. The point here is that Jesus multiplies. Jesus told Peter, you're going to catch people. More important than just some food and some fish, you're going to catch people. You're going to make disciples. He's going to multiply leaders. He's multiplying the kingdom. Jesus is working on many levels. He reveals who he is, that revelation, and then we recalibration from our view of Jesus. They underestimated Jesus. And then there's a manifestation of his multiplying power. There's a realization from the disciples that they need to align with God. And then there's a transformation and a deep growth. God's miracles reveal who he is. They provide for us. And we're blown away by the greatness of Jesus. And when you think about communion, we take the bread which represents his body, and that bread of life multiplied, providing the forgiveness of sins for people everywhere today. Jesus works in multiplication. Someone led you to Jesus so you can lead other people to Jesus. You lead those people to Jesus, and it's multiplication. That's how God's kingdom grows. Multiplication is how God moves. It brings revival. It's what we need today. So I want to encourage you today, when it comes to multiplication, when it comes to trusting Jesus, don't just go with your own plans, but trust his. Initially, the plans might not make sense to you. They might not feel good to you, but trust the plans of Jesus. Sometimes they're going to be really beyond logic, because logic would say you got to go buy food. But no, Jesus is moving beyond logic in a way to provide for people. And let's be really trusting Jesus, and whatever he says to do and say and go, that's what we want to do today. That's how God multiplies. It's our obedience that glorifies him. I hope you're encouraged by that word today from Mark chapter 6. God is multiplying. God is accelerating. The gospel's moving. Lives are being changed. God saves. God heals. God provides. God protects. All the glory to Jesus. And if you have any prayer requests, type those in today. Please hit the share button right now to share this video with other people. And around the world, we're uniting together. You can let us know what country you're watching from. And I hope you have a great day seeking Jesus, abiding with Jesus, listening to Jesus. Let's make sure that our plans are really his plan. And we're not just trying to come up with our own plans that might be well-intentioned, but they're not going to work. Let's go with the plans from heaven. Let's trust the power and presence and promises of Jesus. All right, great to see you again today. Again, leave those comments, prayer requests, and then hit the share button. Let's reach people all over the world with the good news of Jesus.